It's time for the show that brings the magic right to your speakers. Ears Up!
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ears Up podcast, and apparently it's Twin Day because Eric and I are wearing the same exact shirt. We are both fine. Thanks.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you guys.
Thanks, man. Fine. Thanks. That's great. Yeah, well, Eric is being a poser because I probably put it on first.
So, I don't know. I do live in a different time zone. It's slightly in the future.
I mean, that's probably true, man. That's probably true. What's up, everybody? Happy to be here with you. Today's show is basically about big, hard-hitting news. We don't have in-depth anymore. So, I didn't load the commercial. I'll do that on the break. We don't have in-depth anymore. So, there's no outlet for these big, large news stories that have been hitting. And quite frankly, Disney has been really terrible at releasing good news. There's no good news out about Disney. There were several shows in a row where Jeremy and I are like, I really have no idea. There's, one ply in the bathroom now.
Well, and specifically, there's no good news.
Well, right. Yeah. That was also hard, too. There was a string of, just nothing positive coming out. And so I think that, our personalities sort of hyper-fixated on that, if you will. But today is it's a little mixed bag, baby. We got some good news, we got some weird news, and we got some news, to take care of that I don't know if it's good or not. Uh-oh. It's up to you. It depends on what you want to do. It's like an episode of Black Mirror.
Oh, so you're you don't mean me.
Not you. Well, I mean, it could mean you. I don't know. Do you want it to mean you?
I don't know. It sounds kind of intense.
No,
I like that you watched Black Mirror. Like you haven't even finished the show, but you always use it as a reference point, and you don't like it.
Right? Because it's funny to me.
Oh,
it's like, oh yeah, what if your mate was your girlfriend, and also what if your dog had Wi-Fi, kind of thing. It's like, oh man, that's so wild and crazy.
I love that
what
concept.
World.
What ifs are cool. That's like my whole life is a what if. That's why.
But they weren't creative what ifs. Do you know what I mean? They were just like, I don't know. It's like, what if you put your shoes on your hands? Whoa, wow! Everyone, look out! It's crazy time, and it's just an hour and a half of people wearing shoes on their hands and can't open any doors. This is like, what the hell's going on?
Wouldn't they have designed different doors? I mean, when did the shoes thing happen?
Well, I guess this is why you got to watch the episode.
Oh, man, I'm so behind.
Yeah, that's all right, man. I gotta find my read, man. I sent Sully my John, and I didn't, I can't find it.
Oh, that was for this show?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
So I don't have to do reads and stuff anymore.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
you got a full-on commercial.
Yeah, let's just listen to it.
Okay.
Shall we?
Okay.
All right, let's do a commercial, won't we? Summer is just around the corner, and our friends at the 21st Amendment Brewery are welcoming the warmer weather with open arms and a refreshing favorite, Hell or High Watermelon Wheat. Picture this: a sunny day, the smell of barbecue in the air, and a cold, crisp Hell or High Watermelon in your hand. It's the ultimate summertime companion, perfect for those unforgettable gatherings with friends and family. But what makes Hell or High Watermelon so special? It's not just its bright straw color or tight white bubbles. No, it's the subtle blend of wheat beer with the hint of sweet biscuit and a kiss of juicy watermelon that sets it apart from the rest. With its refreshing flavor and delightful light fruit notes, Hell or High Watermelon is bound to become your go-to summer beer. And at just 4.9% ABV, you can enjoy it all day long without missing a beat. So when you're looking for that perfect beverage to complement those sunny days and backyard barbecues, look no further than Hell or High Watermelon Wheat. Find it wherever great craft beer is sold, and make this summer one to remember. There you go. Thank you to Sully, everybody.
Good job. I loved that commercial.
Thanks, man. Okay, I want to say we get into news, but let's introduce Taryn's friend, Nicole. Nicole, what's up, dude?
Oh, God, that was an awful sound.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, guys, how's it going?
That was. Welcome, Nicole. Now, listeners of this show will wonder why we have another body in this studio. And Nicole tested and everything like that. So that's why she's able to come hang out with us. So we appreciate it. Nicole, how long have you been friends with Taryn, my lovely wife?
I don't know, like 25 years? 26?
25, 26 years.
Yep.
What's the most embarrassing story that you can tell on a family podcast?
I have to come back to me for that one.
Okay, I can do that. But before you pass the mic over and make that awesome squeaking sound again, you were just in the parks, right? You went with your parents.
I went with my parents, went with my aunt and uncle, and I was I won't tell my age, child. The older child.
They know how old I am.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Taryn's
you're
older
screwed.
than me, so
You're
we'll
cooked
just
now,
leave it
dude.
at that.
Okay. All right. And you hadn't been since like elementary school. Like you don't even remember the last time.
Don't
going.
remember the last time.
So
Remember-
I want to get your insight every now and then on some of the stuff we talk about, perhaps, and maybe I'll forget. I don't know. But overall, how was it as an adult with your obviously adult parents? How is that going to a park for children? How do you feel about yourself?
Felt a little weird
Okay.
with the old folks. Did a lot of single rider lines.
Nice, dude.
I don't know. My parents and the aunt and uncle wanted to wait in line, so I did the single rider thing.
Wait. So they wanted to wait in like the normie walk on, and you were like, I don't want to do that. I'm going to go single rider.
Well, I mean, it was 4 of them, and I'm the 5th, so I was going to be a single rider anyways. So
That's great.
why not? Rode Space Mountain like 6 times. I don't know.
So
fun.
what's the time differential between you going and getting the single rider? Were you done before they were? And if so, for how many minutes apart? Because I feel like this is good data for us to collect.
So Space Mountain was probably like I said 6 times, so maybe like hour and a half probably. They were
Okay.
in line. Can't remember the other rides. I'm blinking right now. Oh, Cars.
Okay, well, so Space Mountain, they were in line for an hour and a half. How long were you in line? You rode 6 times.
First time got on within 5 minutes.
So you
Wow.
rode Space Mountain 6 times before they rode once.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
great.
And so there's a lot of power outages over there in California. Or was it California? Is that where Cars is?
Yeah.
I don't know where other things are.
Yeah.
There were so many power outages. So like we happened to be in lines or like passing when they opened. So I got on Cars within 5 minutes too. And they were in line again for like another hour and a half. I rode it like 3 times.
Damn. I love it.
Great.
And then so I just love the fact where it's like you're basically going as a teenager also. Because I feel like that's what teenagers, we're going to do single rider line, mom and dad. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't need experience with them. Like I said,
Yeah.
going by myself anyways with the other family that's like, hey, we're Disney. I'm like,
Well,
I'm
and
up by myself.
the coolest thing I overheard you telling a story. Maybe you were telling me. I don't really know. The coolest part about your parents, or maybe the attention point, I suppose, is that you're a foodie. You like to eat food. You're a big food person.
Yep.
And your dad's supposedly a great cook. But how did they address eating in the parks? Please explain that to me.
You know, a little backpack, a little hotel, grilled cheese sandwich.
So you were telling Taryn that they hit the breakfast buffet at the hotel and loaded up with goodies and accoutrement, and then just like ate basically like a road burrito.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, dude, I want to eat food. Like, I want to try the food here. What's going on? But you guys are like making weird sandwiches out of backpack food.
Yep. I had to go. I don't know what I did. I had a Euro, I think, somewhere
Oh, the Ronto wrap, probably
by
in Star Wars Land.
Marvel.
Oh, okay. You had the
Oh, yeah.
shawarma then.
Shawarma.
Yeah.
Shawarma. I had shawarma. Yeah.
Was that good? I heard it's great.
It's all right.
Okay. All right. In fairness, I heard it was great from Bev, and she likes Taco Bell. So
And I do not. There's a
see?
comparison there.
There we go. All right. So we got a foodie here. Here we go. That's really great. I think that sounds cool. And your parents are very eclectic, it sounds like. Yeah. I love the fact in my mind, I picture your dad, whom I've never met, just taking. Have I?
Yep.
To our wedding.
Oh, who cares? Doesn't
Been
matter.
to your
Don't
house,
ruin
you
the
know,
story.
it's fine.
He also met Alice at our
Yeah,
house.
you're not on the microphone, so there's no reason to talk. Like unfolding a napkin and like scooping eggs into the napkin and like rolling it up like he's a hobbit on a trek, you know?
Just take that plastic bag to the buffets,
Yeah.
Throw it in the purse.
He's telling your mom, like, oh, Mr. Frodo, it's too heavy. Let me share the burden. And he's eating the scrambled eggs while in line for a ride.
As somebody who does know this man, that is exactly what would have happened, though. Like 100%, he probably brought like containers for this purpose.
I love it. I think it's great. Oh my God. Be one of those people who brings little Tupperwares specifically to load up in the buffet line, and then you're just snacking on powdered eggs or whatever.
I kind of love that idea.
It's kind of fun, yeah. All right, well, thank you very much, Nicole. I knew you didn't want to talk to the microphone. That's why I started with you.
Great, I love it.
All right,
here for your entertainment.
All right, give the microphone back to Taryn before she tries to talk with
going that way.
I'll see. There you go. There's a sign. All right, well, let's dig into it, huh? What do you think? A little bit of news.
Let's.
First up today for the news, we have an announcement from the Disney company regarding the latest batch of Disney legends to be inducted into the hallowed halls of the company's history. Renowned host Ryan Seacrest will present the awards to incredible visionaries and talent at the forefront of their fields, including Colleen Atwood, Angela Bassett, Martha Blanding, James L. Brooks, James Cameron, Jamie Lee Curtis, Miley Cyrus, Steve Ditko, Harrison Ford, Mark Henn, Frank Oz, Kelly Ripa, Joe Rohde, and John Williams. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm only familiar with a few of these people. It's always fun to learn new things, I guess. So I sort of went through everybody and just see what they did. What's their CV like, right?
Okay.
Colleen Atwood, and I'm not going to go through everybody because who cares? But Colleen Atwood is a costume designer, and she designed costumes for Edward Scissorhands, and I guess that was her first pairing with Tim Burton. And she's done like 12 Tim Burton movies since then.
Oh wow!
Yeah, she's like his go-to, whatever.
Also, I'm fairly certain that was Ryan's mom in the OC, not the actress, but Colleen Atwood. I believe that was her name. Just very important.
I don't know what that means.
The show, the OC,
yeah,
one of my 3 favorite shows ever.
Yeah,
it's been a bit.
Is she an actress?
No. The character's name is Colleen Atwood.
Good. Okay, so relevant to this conversation. Okay, great. All right. She also did the costume design for Dumbo and Alice remakes.
Oh, those were good costumes. Not good movies, but good costumes.
She did the costuming for the upcoming Beetlejuice sequel, which I have seen the trailer for. I am hyper excited about it, except I wish that Jenna Ortega, or whatever her name is, wasn't in it. Isn't that her name?
That's her name.
Yeah. I don't like her.
But you have no reason to not like her.
I do, because I didn't like her in Wednesday, and we stopped watching that show because of her. Only because of her. I don't like her. I wish she wasn't there.
You stopped watching it because of her? I thought you just stopped watching it because you just didn't like the show.
Because of her.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
She did the Lady and the Tramp remake costumes. She did Little Mermaid costumes. Did any of those recent ones have great costuming? I don't know. Did they? Maybe. I never saw them.
If you designed the costumes for Edward Scissorhands, though, like that's enough.
It's pretty good.
Like you did it. You're a legend.
I don't know. I guess maybe. Who knows? She's been nominated for Academy Award 12 times, but no wins.
Well, the Academy sucks.
Well, I'm sorry. I like my Disney legends to be award winners. So I feel like that's not very good.
We can go digging. She probably won something, soccer trophy.
She did. She's won awards, but not Academy Awards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nominated, never awarded. Yeah. Martha Blanding. She helped put the Happy in the happiest place on earth as the first permanent full-time Black tour guide. Martha personified the philosophy of creating happiness for others while embodying the principles of hospitality and courtesy Walt Disney sought to establish for Disneyland cast members. You can tell I wrote this. Once hired as a tour guide, she quickly climbed the ladder to become a VIP hostess. She worked the champagne room, I guess.
Oh.
Martha later became the first ever Black woman in management at Disneyland as an expert merchandise, candy, and film buyer for 16 years, and later became the senior manager of Disneyland Resort merchandise special events. She did a bunch of other stuff, but that's pretty cool. She was the first
long career.
Yeah, she was the first Black cast member to commemorate 50 years with Disneyland Resort.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow, 50.
That's all.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
That's a lot of years.
Career.
Yeah, dude, that is a long career. Let's see, who else did I want to? Oh, James Brooks. Apparently he wrote Taxi. or he created Taxi, that series. His production company he founded, Gracie Films, which does The Simpsons, and a bunch of other stuff. So I don't know. I guess like, does James L. Brooks need to be a Disney legend? It's kind of one of those like, they bought the IP and therefore now he's like famous in the other. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like the Star Wars and Marvel stuff. They bought the IP, and I mean James L. Brooks is huge for The Simpsons and so many other TV series before that. I mean, he is a legend, and now I guess he works for Disney.
Yeah,
so
I guess so.
go.
I don't know. I just always found that weird. It's like, what have you done for Disney? Nothing. So why are you a Disney legend? It seems weird. I don't know. It's like, I don't know, whatever it is. James Cameron, everybody knows what James Cameron's done, so that's fine. Jamie Lee Curtis, of course, huge Disney person, and seems like a nice person in general. Miley Cyrus sort of threw me for a second. I guess, she did Hannah Montana, and that was pretty influential. It was a pretty big show for the Disney Channel. Apparently premiered in March 2006, just to make you feel old, to the largest audience for a Disney Channel original series with an average of 4.4 million viewers per episode. A 2007 episode of that series still ranks as the highest rated basic cable series telecast ever, with almost 11 million total viewers. I think that's wild.
People used to all watch the same thing.
Yes.
Oh, that is true.
Crazy.
There were less options.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so there you go. God bless her. Good job. She's been through a lot and she's doing great. So what are you going to do?
God.
Steve Ditko, he's a Marvel Comics artist, and he created a bunch of characters. He re-envisioned many of Marvel's iconic characters. He redesigned Iron Man's armor into the popular red and gold design, and in the Hulk comics, he codified Bruce Banner's transformations to be a function of his anger. He worked on Doctor Strange. He did a bunch of stuff. So there you go. Good job. And Harrison Ford, of course. Everybody knows Harrison Ford. Mark
He
Hine.
deserves it.
Oh, sure.
That's great. That's great. That's a good one.
Mark Hine, he served as the supervising animator for young Simba, as well as 5 female leads, more than any artist in the history of the studio. Ariel, Belle, Jasmine, Mulan, and Tiana. He supervised animation for all those. So big influence for everything from Big Hero 6 to Ralph Breaks the Internet. Bunch of stuff. Frank Oz, don't even get me started, man. That guy is awesome. Muppets dude, of course. But what I don't understand, and this is where I'll end it, Kelly Ripa.
Just ABC.
Yeah.
She's been with ABC forever.
She's huge. She's enormous.
I don't know. It starts with Kelly Ripa is one of the most powerful voices in media. I forgot she was alive until I saw this. I don't understand. I don't think she's one of the most powerful voices in anything.
You're not a boomer-aged woman.
There you go.
Because my mom traveled to Vegas, wore a mask for like 6 days just to see Kelly Ripa. She loves her.
Really?
Loves her. Absolutely.
Oh, well, whatever.
She didn't really
Moms
go for 6
Kelly.
days, but I was exaggerating because it.
Gosh.
But yeah, people love Kelly Ripa. Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't know if she deserves to be a Disney legend because I think she's only done the one thing.
She has. Well, and I guess that's what I understand. It's ABC.
Yeah, but it's the same with the other one that you said before that.
Miley Cyrus?
Well, no, she doesn't deserve it at all.
How dare you?
I hate her so much. No, there was somebody
You're
else
talking
in
James
between.
L. Brooks, it's just
yeah,
another
yeah.
property. Yeah. It's ABC.
Oh, the one that you were talking about, like Doctor Strange. Maybe that was it. I don't know. Anyway, Disney buys all this stuff, so they have to expand and make all these things legends. Otherwise, what's the point of doing it, I guess?
I mean, yeah, sure. But I think with Kelly Ripa and ABC, I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, I'm never going to get my answer. It just doesn't make sense to me. I get it from a brand umbrella standpoint. The company owns these things and you have to select and highlight the people that are within there. Right. Mm-hmm. I get it. I just think it's weird because I think of a Disney legend as someone who works at the Disney company making movies or at the parks or some influence in that sphere, not the spinoff of ABC.
Not like a media mogul.
Yeah, not someone who interviews people.
Yeah.
Like I just don't really, I don't know. You know what I mean?
You don't strive to be a Disney legend.
I didn't say that.
I was joking because you interview people.
Yeah. I understand, Taryn. Thank you. Yeah, weird stuff.
weird stuff happening at the Disney company, which is, not out of the realm of reality.
I think this class seems a little more relevant than some previous years.
I would agree. I'm not as angry.
Yeah, for sure.
Last year, I forget who was on it last year.
Me too.
But it was bad. I just remember us going like, what is happening
I think it was a lot of TV people, and wasn't there like a Broadway person or something? I kind of forget now, which maybe is indicative.
I think Josh Gad. I know he was there, but he also actually kind of deserves it.
Yeah. See, at least he's been in a Disney movie, right? That's kind of my point.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. I don't know. The valet at ABC Studios in 20 years is going to get a Disney legend.
He's been there for 50 years. He deserves it.
Let's talk a little D23. That was announced recently. The dates are August 9th, 10th, and 11th in Anaheim, of course. And I think, Eric, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is like the big one, right? They sort of alternate with like sort of boring stuff, which was last year. And then now this one is supposedly going to be where all the major stuff is announced, right?
Yeah, last year was Destination D. That was the quick one where sometimes they throw out a few really, really strong things, but last year was the year of the concept art. And this year, we hope it's going to be more because they moved everybody to the Honda Center for the big stuff.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's huge.
Isn't that where the Ducks lose, I think?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it used to be the pond. Now it's the Honda Center. So there's a lot going on at the convention center like usual, but they are shuttling people over to the Honda Center for some of the big events, the really big stuff. So from what I hear, you actually get like by assigned seating. So you're not waiting for 7 hours. You're not waiting all day just to see the parks panel.
Okay.
You're buying your seats. And because of what it is, I haven't looked into it too much myself, but from what I was told earlier this week, there are some like VIP areas that cost ridiculous amounts, like $2,000 a seat, where you can be up front.
Jeez.
And up front, Josh, to count the leg hairs of
Daddy Josh.
There
you
go.
Yeah. You'll catch a little bit of his spit once in a while, and you can, rub it on your face and never wash it again.
It's great for your pores.
Yeah.
Right. But most of it smells awesome too. Oh man. But the rest of the seating is pretty good because it's not it's a hockey place. It's not enormous. You can see pretty well the way the stage seems to be set up. So it's more space than they've ever had, but it's probably easier to see everything, and everybody can kind of get in there without too much inconvenience.
Yeah, and you know what I like about I'm assuming they're going to be streaming some of this, which the place is already littered with cameras anyway, and they get the good angles. Like I think that's going to be a lot better for everybody. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
RGH is hassling me in the chat, and he says all of Frank Oz's work has been acquired.
That's who I was thinking of when I had brought it up. Yeah,
but that doesn't matter.
But it's the same as ABC as having the Muppets. They bought the Muppets, and now he's a Disney legend. How is it different?
Because Frank Oz is cool.
Okay,
and he's done stuff for Disney.
Well, Kelly Ripa has done the candlelight processional, I think.
I don't like that either. Disney fans around the world will once again gather in Anaheim, California for D23, the ultimate Disney fan event, presented by Visa, a one-of-a-kind experience showcasing the unparalleled storytelling and innovation from across the Walt Disney Company and ABC. Let's see. It's going to be expansive and more immersive than ever before, Eric, offering fans like you access to more of what you love from across the world of Disney at an amazing value. Can you imagine that? This is the literal second sentence in this announcement of D23 is the amazing value that it's providing you.
Push that agenda. Everything's valuable.
Oh man. Okay. I really hope that they are streaming some of this. This is going to be. I would love that. Highlight of what's new: 3 nights of marquee showcases at the Honda Center. D23 Day at Angel Stadium on Sunday, August 4th. So if you're in town, I guess buy tickets. Is that baseball time? Baseball time starts soon, I guess. Right.
Opening day was today.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So get your rest in. D23 Day at Disneyland Resort on Thursday, August 8th. The largest, most expansive show floor in D23 history. I don't know what that means, but let's go for it.
I would assume that's like an expo.
Expanded shopping experience, and then sweepstakes, which is the biggest sweepstakes in Disney history. They're going to be having.
Ooh.
So there you go. They're going to be giving a lot of stuff away. So, okay. Thursday, August 8th is D23 Day at Disneyland Resort. And let's see. You can kick off the weekend's festivities at the first ever D23 Day at Disneyland Resort on Thursday, August 8th. Both Disneyland Park and California Adventure will welcome ticketed D23 fans from rope drop to late night, featuring unique offerings for fans, including a custom cavalcade. Oh, I don't know what that is. What is that, Eric?
Yeah.
It sounds like something you would say to me.
Cavalcade is a short parade, basically.
A custom cavalcade.
Wait.
Oh, like specifically for D23, I guess.
Oh.
Right.
It's like you each get your own.
That's what I was like,
You
what?
get a cavalcade, and you get a cavalcade, and you all get cavalcades. An energetic dance party, which again, I love the term of energetic dance party. Special photo opportunities and more. They're going to have some Disney Junior stuff going on. Sunday, August 4th in downtown Disney, you're going to find special offers, decor, and magical moments. I love finding a magical moment here and there. It's fun. Good time. Let's see, at the Honda Center, they're going to do, I don't know, a lot of stuff. They have a Disney Entertainment Showcase, which is Friday, August 9th at 7 p.m. A glimpse into what to look forward to from film, television, streaming services, live stage, all that kind of stuff. Disney Experiences Showcase Saturday at 7 p.m. at the Honda Center. This is with Josh D'Amaro. This is the headline, the marquee, which is the special showcase featuring the latest on new and highly anticipated projects in development around the world for Disney parks, experiences, and beyond. So I bet we're going to hear more about Disneyland Forward in this.
Yeah, so that's what I've been waiting for you to say is like, where's the part where they talk about everything that they're going to be doing in the parks? That's the only part I care about.
That's probably it, I would guess, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, assuming everything gets voted on, approved. When is that? Well, I think we're talking about that later.
I have a question.
And everything are happening.
Yeah, maybe.
What? Okay. And maybe I've asked this before, but Disney Forward as a term.
Disneyland Forward, yes.
Disneyland Forward. Is that a specific thing, like when they bought that parking lot or whatever across the street? Or is that their term for doing something at the park?
That is the project.
Okay.
So all of the expansion that's happening.
Specific.
Yeah, that's all the Disneyland Forward project. So it's like what's happening in the parks for the next 60 years is the plan for the parks. Every expansion, everything that's happening or that's going to be happening moving forward falls under that umbrella term of Disneyland Forward.
So it's not specific. I mean, it's specific to like.
It's not one thing where you go Disneyland Forward. Oh, you mean when they did Ralph Brennan's or whatever? It's
everything.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Just so it's they're marketing a term for expansion or changes.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rezoning, all the exciting stuff.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if I like that, but I'm going to try and be positive about it. It's great.
I think it's fine. I think everything is okay. Here's a fun story, just a light assault, and that's fine. Man arrested after forcefully snatching Mickey ears from woman's head at Disney World. A tourist visiting Magic Kingdom was arrested after, quote, forcefully snatching Mickey ears from a woman's head because he thought the hat belonged to his daughter. Man was from Illinois and was arrested on December 14th. According to the affidavit, the woman told deputies she was getting off of a ride at Magic Kingdom with her child and husband when she heard a man yelling behind her. The woman said she didn't realize he was yelling at her when he snatched the hat from her head. The woman said she bought the hat a few years ago at an outlet store, but the man argued that it belonged to his daughter. The man told deputies he got off a ride with his daughter, who asked to return to the Buzz Lightyear attraction because she thought she left her Mickey ears there. They went back to the ride when the man said he noticed the woman wearing the same style hat as the one his daughter lost. Whoa. Wow, that's so weird. Kevin McAllister, face.
But I mean, if she got it several years ago, which it sounds like.
The same thing. Of course. There's probably 10 people walking around with that same hat on.
He snatched all of them.
Yeah.
I want to see the hat. I want to see how unique it is.
I know, right? The man snatched the hat off the woman's head before her husband intervened. And that's it. Security was contacted. The tourist was arrested on account of robbery by sudden snatching.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Specific.
Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, sudden snatching.
Sudden snatching.
Yeah, it's almost like, energetic dancing.
Yeah. It is a double. That's saying the same thing twice.
It's a little weird. It's
fine. It's in the police code. It's in 1139.
I really do want to see the hat, though, because I want to like.
Yeah, I understand.
If it's pretty unique, then I kind of might stand by this dad.
And no, then you talk.
Well, you
about
don't snatch it.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yes, that is true.
If you're into cosplaying, real fast, going back to D23, you can go enter the Mousquerade, which is the ultimate Disney costume contest. That's going to be taking place at D23 as well. You can go to Mousquerade. Good luck spelling that. .d23.com and enter to win, man. Enter today. Do all this stuff, man. Yeah, that's what's happening.
Cool.
Okay, what to do now? See, I do have a portion of this that I need to share screens with. There's going to be some art being shown and, whatever. So we're going to wait on those parts. And we're going to get right into this weird part. Disney and Ron DeSantis.
Oh, no.
Oh, good.
My light fell. Even my light didn't want to participate in this. They're like, oh, my God, Meatball Ron. I don't want to talk about Meatball Ron. You guys know what's been going on back and forth. DeSantis is suing Disney and Disney is suing DeSantis, and they're all suing each other, and it's all fun. Well, a little bit of that has wound up and gotten tidy up in courts recently, actually. A special district board selected by Governor Ron DeSantis that oversees the Walt Disney Company's Florida theme park properties settled its litigation with the company today. This was March 27th. So what? Yesterday. Hell yeah. This deal in the long and bitter battle between the Mouse House and the failed GOP presidential contender.
Ouch. Wow. That's his new. That's
Oh, no.
Comes just
awesome.
days before a hotly contested shareholder vote for Disney and CEO Bob Iger. The legal actions between Disney and DeSantis over the past year and a half have become quite personal, with Iger at one point chastising Florida governor for being anti-business. That seems all to be in the rearview mirror now. Quote, "We are pleased to put an end to all litigation pending in state court in Florida between Disney and the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District," Jeff Vail, president of Walt Disney Resort, said in a statement. Quote, "This agreement opens a new chapter of constructive engagement with the new leadership of the district and serves the interests of all parties by enabling significant continued investment and the creation of thousands of direct and indirect jobs." The settlement does not apply to the federal litigation that the company has against DeSantis over his move to strip the company of control over the theme park district. But as part of this settlement, Disney has agreed to set aside a set of development agreements it entered into with the special, whatever. Basically, right before DeSantis kicked everybody out and took over, the Reedy Creek district passed some sort of regulation saying that like the company has more power than it did before, and DeSantis freaked out about that, and so that's nullified. And I guess DeSantis appointed somebody who was kind of pro-Disney to overseeing some aspect of park development or whatever. So people are saying that it's kind of like a win for Disney.
Okay.
It's like it's a very big concession on DeSantis's part.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
But we no longer have any part of the, we don't have the fun part of all of this where Disney created the rule that said, by the way, we have the power forever until King Charles's, the last of King Charles's great grandchild's atom finally falls into the sun.
Gets ground into dust. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that is, I love that part about it. And I'm sad that we won't have it anymore.
Oh, well.
So, speaking of voting, speaking of the board, speaking of the company in general, I have already voted on this as a shareholder.
Oh.
5.28% shareholder. To kick Bob Iger's butt to the curb, kick his keister out of here, and bring on Nelson Peltz. I mean, we need some fresh faces, whatever. He has gone on a record saying a couple things, but one, he says that he supports Iger, but he wants the board gone. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll still support Nelson Peltz. That's fine. The board can the board can pound sand. I don't really care. But recently in Variety, Nelson Peltz decided to put his foot in his mouth and lose my sponsorship, first of all. Now I'm upset with him.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Nelson Peltz, who's the activist investor agitating to win 2 Disney board seats, criticized the company's woke strategy, specifically questioning Marvel's Black Panther and The Marvels, which featured black and women leads, respectively. The 81-year-old Peltz, who has admitted he never claimed to have experience in the media business, made the comments about The Marvels and Black Panther in a recent interview with the Financial Times. Quote, "Why do I have to have a Marvel movie that's all women? Not that I have anything against women, but why do I have to do that? Why can't I have Marvels that are both? Why do I need an all-black cast?"
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, Peltzy.
Yeah.
Hey, King dipshit.
Peltzy, you
come
were
on,
on
dude.
everybody's good list.
So, and then this is in Variety, the very next sentence. Black Panther does not have an all-black cast, nor does The Marvels have an all-female cast.
Right.
So I don't even think this guy has even seen any of these movies.
No,
of
He
course
just heard
not.
about it.
but it
through the
also doesn't
grapevine.
even matter. Like it's almost worse if he hasn't. It's just worse. It's all bad.
Yeah. Well, and then they say like Black Panther was a bona fide blockbuster, reaping $1.35 billion at the worldwide box office. And then Marvel's was a flop, but let's not talk
say
about
what
that.
you will about that.
Yeah. So you might have a point. I'm just saying. No, but it's like, that's not why you have to have it. But if you want to take over a company, at least understand the product that they're making and shut up. Even if you feel that way, shut up.
It doesn't.
Shut up.
But also, like, yes, I agree. And also, the fact that he thinks a women cast or a person of color cast is considered woke is in and of itself like, dude, you gotta go.
Yeah,
like, you're
done.
81. You're I'm sorry, but you're too old for this. Just like, all of our presidential nominees. Like, y'all are too old.
He cooked himself
Go.
with this one. Absolutely. And I wish I could take my vote back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're on the dirty side of history now.
No, well, it's not going to pass anything.
No.
Who cares? Iger, speaking last fall at the New York Times Deal Book Summit, acknowledged that Disney productions should focus on storytelling rather than advocating particular agendas. Quote, "Creators lost sight of what their number one objective needed to be. We have to entertain first. It's not about messages," Iger said. On that point, Peltz said in the Financial Times interview, quote, "People go to watch a movie or a show to be entertained. They don't go to get a message," which is bullcrap, because the movement that Black Americans and Black people worldwide had behind Black Panther, because it was a specific type of character that reflected them. You can't just craft that with an agenda. That's an organic thing.
Absolutely.
Right? Because not to mention, Disney didn't make that character up. It's not like they invented a black character to push an agenda. Black Panther's been around, right?
And I guarantee if you tried to craft that, you would do it wrong.
Oh, you would fail spectacularly. Absolutely. But like, that's what even Iger right here, when he's saying like creators have lost sight of what their number one objective needs to be. Black Panther's made over $1 billion, you wrinkled jerk. Like, of course, what are you talking about? This is what I don't understand. These people are out of touch with what, and I've said this millions of times about Iger. He is out of touch with what people actually want out of this company. We don't care. Do not care if the agenda, and you can call it an agenda, if it takes over the story, it takes place of a story, then that's one thing. But you could say that anything could take place of a story if the story's bad. If the story's bad, like in the Marvels, which I didn't see, but clearly the box office backs me up. They barely made $200 million in box office, right? That story I heard was very fractured. It was not very good. The acting wasn't very good. It doesn't have anything to do with the women being cast. It's just the writing was bad.
Yeah.
So I think when you're pumping out a lot of these superhero movies, you're going to get bad writing. Whoever's in charge of the cast, whoever's on the cast is going to be screwed, basically. You need to have better writing, and then you can then just cast for the story. But the people in charge need to not go back on the record and say, these people in the past did a poor job because they pushed an agenda, when that's not the case.
Right. Well, and just to your point about the writing versus the acting, all of those women were in their own shows and they did a good job, minus that one.
Brie Larson. I didn't see it.
But
Now,
well, no, I haven't seen either. But you've seen.
Let me take umbrage as the person that has seen all of the things.
Please do. Whoa! We have a bona fide expert on the show.
Hang on. I might not have a Marvel themed podcast. Please listen to Puny Pod on the EarzUp network. They'll get to the Marvels 6 years from now, and but I mean the story. I think it's something that I've heard. Well, I've had this discussion with David and Ryan about personally. I don't know if I think they've said similar things on the show. It all starts to blend together when you listen to a show with people who are your friends.
Yeah.
But the stories that have happened lately are stories that appeal, that are in some ways, they're not even designed for every single person anymore, because I'm not sure they know how to make a giant blockbuster, because you're trying to. If you try to make the giant blockbuster, it's not going to work. They've tried to do that at times. Now they're going to go with, hey, we've got these 3 characters. We've got a story we can put together. Let's tell a fun story, and the nerds are going to like it. And maybe we can rebuild from the start. Maybe we can get that momentum going like we had back in the day when we had just Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man. And then suddenly, 10 years later, everybody's in a frothing at the mouth looking for the Avengers. It takes time to build these things because of the story. You're right. Black Panther isn't a new story. They added new elements because of the way the MCU had developed. But yeah, that you're right. They weren't trying to prove anything other than maybe there's a little bit of are a whole bunch of people going to go see a movie that doesn't have, the main character isn't white.
Right.
This is a superhero movie. Maybe it was a risk. I think by the time they had gotten to that point, they knew it wasn't a risk. They were just going. They knew that this was going to be amazing. And we're talking about, Iger's kind of out of touch with this stuff. Peltz is even more out of touch with this stuff because he's listening to the guy who used to head up Marvel, who said, once upon a time, we don't need to sell girl action figures. No one buys those. We don't need to. We could change the casting of this black character because nobody cares. Nobody could tell the difference. This is like Perlmutter. This is what he said in public, out loud.
Yeah. We had a Bill Cosby. Let's put Chris Rock in. Who cares? No one will notice. Well, it's funny you say that because as the chairman of Marvel, Perlmutter famously fought Marvel Studios chief Kevin Feige over making Black Panther and Captain Marvel on the belief that movies with black or women lead characters would not be commercially successful, until Iger intervened to overrule Perlmutter. In his 2019 memoir, The Ride of a Lifetime, Iger describes the tensions that had built up between Feige and the New York office, which is Perlmutter. He says, quote, "We had a chance to make a great movie and to showcase an underrepresented segment of America, and those goals were not mutually exclusive. I called Ike and told him to tell his team to stop putting up roadblocks and ordered that we put both Black Panther and Captain Marvel into production." But then 3 years later, Iger goes, creators lost sight of what their number one objective needed to be. We have to entertain. It's not about messages. So it's only not about messages when that movie makes $1 billion. But when it makes $200 million, then it's about messaging and we got to we figure it out.
But that's exactly a perfect representation of Iger, where in his previous stint as CEO of Disney, he was great. He did really great things, and he was the golden boy. Sure. It was just when he came back. He's come back now because he left. He's wanted to leave for many years, and then he got roped back in. Got rid of his guy and he got roped back in, but then he kind of likes being back in. But I think his personality is different now. Not personality maybe, but his objectives are different. He's older. He's probably a little full of himself more so now than he was before. And it's just his goals. Everything is different about him now than it was in his previous term.
Well, I think especially that generation, as they get older, they sort of see things changing and they don't like it. And they try to make sense of it in their little wrinkled brains. And they can't. So you probably have people around you go, oh, man, can you believe that the Black Man movie made more than the Woman movie? And they probably joke about it. They probably are pitting two underrepresented classes together when they're having cigars and port or whatever, right? That's kind of what these people do.
Yeah.
But I'm also fantasizing about that because I really don't like Iger. But,
yeah, it seems like a bit of a.
But it also doesn't make any sense to me to like say, oh, on the one hand, I stood up for Black Panther and got it made, and then on the other hand,
we're losing focus.
And we shouldn't push agendas. But like you fought for it because it represented underrepresented people.
Which I would say is an agenda.
Which that literally is an agenda. At that point, if you say that that's your justification, it's no longer about the story. It's about what it means to Black America. And Dan in the chat says he worked for a movie theater when Black Panther came out, and they would have entire families dressed literally in their Sunday best to go see the movie. And it was really something special. And it's like that's the momentum that you... Anyway, imagine if that story sucked. If that movie was awful, forget about it. You're never going to see it again. You're never going to see anything like it ever again. But it was good.
Great. Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
Anyway, Peltz...
Yeah, I can't do it anymore. I can't.
Peltz and Iger, they both got to go. So, Joshy, tomorrow, it's your turn.
Well, I want Chapek to come back in.
That is literally never going to happen.
That gif of, oh man, I just lost it. WWE chairman, the chairman of WWE.
Oh,
Marty McFly.
No.
Vince McMahon?
Vince McMahon.
Yeah,
you know that gif of Vince McMahon? He's like strutting. Coming through the curtain or whatever. I want that to be Chapek, just walking around.
Because he left and came back so many times.
Let's take a quick break, everybody. We're going to come back. I got some pictures to show you, some stuff to talk about, and then we'll wrap things up. So hang on, everyone. It's Ears Up. We'll be right back.
And now, back to the show that ignites your dream wish of imaginations and magical color wonderment of forever. Ears Up.
All right. Thanks for hanging on, everybody. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what's coming to the Disneyland Resort soon.
Ooh. Well, see, this is the news I like.
Yeah. So they have some new characters that have been revealed. They're going to go into Tiana's Bayou Adventure, formerly Splash Mountain. Rest in peace. Rest in pieces.
Oh, smart to call them critters, since it's critter country.
Yeah, but
it sure is.
But is it critter country?
I believe it's supposed to stay critter country, yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I would have assumed. Yeah, I don't know. I have theming problems with this whole setup, but that's whatever. The Disney blog is boring. It's just the Disney blog or whatever they say. In the bayou, Princess Tiana is getting ready to throw a big party, but there's a bit of a mix-up between Prince Naveen and Louis. Uh-oh! The princess suddenly finds herself in need of a band. Oh, I guess this is the theme of the ride, huh? We previously shared that all new Disney characters were being created for this attraction, and that's where the critters come in. Even with the richest roux for your gumbo and the most delicious beignets, a true Mardi Gras celebration isn't complete without music. We'll follow Tiana and Louis into the bayou in a last-minute search for this essential missing ingredient for her party, musical critters. So she wants to hire a band, but she can't find musicians. Smart. Okay. She's not a very good party planner, is what we're learning.
Well, Louis the big alligator keeps eating them.
Here's a sneaky snack. In the first critter encounter, we'll discover a group of critter music. Can we say critter even more, by the way?
Gotta focus on critter because it's critter country.
Yeah. Who are musical critters? Who are the critters? In the first critter encounter, we'll discover a group of how many critters will you critter encounter if you critter critters? We'll discover a group of critter musicians playing a rendition of one of our favorite songs from The Princess and the Frog, Gonna Take You There. This raucous Zydeco musical recipe of fiddle, accordion, washboard, and other instrument voices will have you singing along as you float down the river under dancing fireflies. Please, nobody sing along. When you're on the ride, please don't sing.
Everyone's going to sing.
Because everyone wants to hear the ride. Just like in the Haunted Mansion elevator. Nobody wants to hear you say along with the narrator. Nobody wants to hear you scream. You are not the lead character in a movie.
You know what's so hard is you're absolutely right.
Thank you.
But everybody wants to sing. Like
I understand.
It's like going to a concert.
It's called self-control in public.
It's like,
but it's a little different though. Once you're, the elevator, yes, please keep it to yourselves. Once you're in the ride, the doom buggies are facing away from you.
Oh, that's fine.
You're going to be in a log in a different part of the room than other people. Maybe it'll work.
Well,
I don't know.
But, are you going to fill up the log with everybody in your party, or usually you're a mixed bag? Nicole, what's your thoughts on public singing?
I'm fine with it. It's like public dancing, right?
Yeah, but you don't like dancing either.
Oh, I love dancing.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Oh, Taryn informed me that was all sarcasm. So there you go. Okay, well,
I just turned into Jeremy for a minute.
Cool.
Sarcasm.
Yeah. Their familiar melodies being played on charming makeshift instruments constructed from natural materials and some human-made found objects. Human-made found objects.
Human-made.
Like discarded sporks.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, but like it's very odd. Very whatever.
Why not just found objects?
Right. I don't know. Who cares? But who's behind this critter band? Meet some of the adorable musicians and get to know them a little more. So there's a beaver and there's a really old, dilapidated turtle.
Kind of looks high, too.
And he's playing a harmonica. That's Rufus. Apollo is a raccoon who's playing a little squeeze box there. Gritty, which is a rabbit playing a strumming on a license plate.
Human-made found object. There you go.
See, there you go. What's this? Timaleon is an otter playing a fiddle, and then Bo is a possum playing a stand-up bass.
What is the beaver playing?
Bila the beaver doesn't just build dams. She helps build musical instruments using natural materials from the bayou. As a strong-willed percussionist, it's safe to say Bahalia is the heartbeat of the band. It's a heartbeat.
It's italicized.
Yes, right.
It's interesting to have a instrument designer as part of your lore in a ride where you're going to pass it in 10 seconds. Like, it's not a movie.
Yeah, well, she's the percussionist. What is interesting is they give these people backstories.
Yeah.
Of like how they came to be in the band, and it's like, is that going to come through? I don't know. Maybe not. It doesn't matter, right? Who cares?
You know what I just thought about is like, you're right. They all have backstories, and that's the job I want, because it's clearly important to like maybe two people who might be your bosses, but it's not important to anyone else. And so like
ultimately, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gritty the rabbit, always willing to dig a little deeper to help others. Gritty plays the washboard, a found automobile license plate with a high energy flair. It's the perfect instrument for someone who's often overzealous and digs to relieve her nerves. Okay, so she has some kind of anxiety that she needs to get rid of, but
that's relatable.
Just digs holes instead of dealing with her personality issues.
Also relatable. That's me. I'm seen.
Yeah. And it goes on and on and on. Who cares? In addition to these talented new friends, Tiana wonders who else we might discover in the bayou. Well, Tiana, take the ride. You'll figure it out. More on that soon, but it's not every day we get to debut brand new original Disney characters as part of an attraction in our theme parks. I mean, that is true and cool, I suppose. And if you wish you had a critter friend of your own, you are in luck. Bo, Apollo, and Rufus will soon be available in the form of huggable plushies for you to take home. You can hug them, you guys. I don't know if you knew that. That's cool. Hey, look at that. An artist with a very nice, high-quality mask on. Good for this woman. I'm proud of her. What's her name?
I do
Laura.
like the designs. They look like they belong
great.
in the movie.
Yeah. Should we watch this little video? I can't. I don't have audio on it. No, the designs look great. It looks cool. Awesome. Kudos.
Yeah. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
I actually really think it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the ride, I think the ride is definitely better served anything else other than Splash Mountain, because you can't, I mean, if you're not releasing the movie, and I get it, but mainly because the movie's bad. Like people who, lament the fact that Splash Mountain is going, they've never seen Song of the South.
No.
It's a terrible movie. So you've already said, okay, there's racial things to it, so we're not going to release it. We're not selling merch. It's literally a ride that you can't really sell a whole bunch of merch to, except things that say Splash Mountain. But this, you can merchandise the hell out of every single. I mean, these characters aren't even like in the ride yet.
Yeah.
Or nobody knows about him, and they already have plushies.
I'm honestly surprised it didn't end up being like a Little Mermaid or something long, long ago. Like. They really held out and waited till somebody was like, hey, isn't this racist? And they're like, oh, yeah, no, we have a plan.
It's like, oh, you finally noticed. You
darn.
Yeah, it's like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You in. We've been waiting for somebody to tell us, just to pick it out. You figured it out. I've always known it was racist, but yeah, I
referred a few people to that episode where Terrence reviewed the movie. Just was it this week? No, it was last week. Yeah. Just last week, I referenced it to a few people, and they're like, "Oh, I'll listen to it."
Yeah, it's not a good movie. It's really boring. The cartoon parts are cool.
I've never been able to finish it. I fall asleep.
It's boring. Good, boring.
Anyway, I've never sat down to watch it. No.
Okay, so let me share this other little blurb portion of Scren. So, in addition to revamping Splash Mountain, they are and then they have Tiana in a couple different locations in New Orleans Square proper, right? They took over La Baton Rouge and made it Princess and the Frog thing, and they took over the French Cafe or whatever it is. They're pushing into Critter Country, everybody. They are advancing. The front is moving. They're advancing into Critter Country. Disneyland announces 2 shops inspired by Princess and the Frog. And it starts, add another stop to your trip down to the bayou, because 2 reimagined retail stores inspired by Walt Disney Animation Studios' The Princess and the Frog are coming to Disneyland Resort. Like, because that's what we need. We need more IP to infect stores now. Not even just rides, not just shopping experiences.
Yeah, why can't this just be a critter store?
Why can't it just not exist? The reimagined merchandise locations coming to our Critter Country and Disneyland Park will include Ray's Berets and Louie's Critter Club. Their stories will further immerse you into Princess Tiana's story, along with the opening of the attraction, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, later this year. Take a peek at just-released concept art of these stories, or these stores from Walt Disney Imagineering below.
Oh, so this is just concept art.
Yeah, but it looks like this used to be the Winnie the Pooh thing or whatever, right? At the very end of Critter Country. That's like kind of where Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and everybody like came out of.
But they had a Splash Mountain store, didn't they?
No.
Or am I mixing this up with Walt Disney World?
There was a hat store and a candy store in Critter Country.
That hat store is Ray's Berets now.
Yeah.
Well, Ray's Berets, used to be the Briar Patch. Oh, okay. So this is entering into the land.
Yes. Yeah.
This isn't at the end.
This is where you go into Splash Mountain.
All right.
Yeah, the line.
I guess. I don't know. I mean,
it makes sense, but
see, here's my problem when I first heard about this is, okay, so Tiana is taking over Splash Mountain. In my head, I'm going, well, that must mean, since it's taking place in New Orleans, that New Orleans Square is going to take over that portion of Critter Country, which is Splash Mountain, right? But I guess they're keeping it separate. I'm not that offended, I guess, by it now, because I don't care enough about Critter Country to like care. I thought that, okay, well, if you're tying in a ride to a city location that has a land in Disneyland, but the ride is not in the land, the incongruent factors make my brain hurt.
Well, okay, so here's a thought that I just had.
Uh-oh.
So Princess and the Frog takes place obviously in New Orleans, but some of it takes place in the town, but then she gets turned into a frog and it takes place like in the bayou area where critters live. So if Haunted Mansion weren't there, this would actually be the perfect transition. It's really now Haunted Mansion that's the problem. So now they just have to redo Haunted Mansion into some sort of Tiana thing, and then the whole thing like makes sense.
Imagine, I mean,
it got dark in here. My life.
I know you're trying to piss off Jason, but I mean, at least Haunted Mansion is in in a southern style. But imagine you just took a hovercraft tour just straight past the Haunted Mansion into the bayou.
I guess what I mean is I don't like it.
Yeah,
because I like that. I like the delineation between lands. I don't like the lands bleeding into one another like this. I don't like the fade. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I think it's weird. And I think it causes confusion. Are we still, especially because then they put Tiana Bold stuff into New Orleans Square. Yeah. They got the 2 shops. So like what's happening? Are those canonically, is it both Critter Country and New Orleans Square? What's going on?
Well, see, I think Critter Country is just not, it doesn't,
Your Bay Area was showing right there when you said Critta Country. I think Critta Country.
Critta Country is it's it can be in New Orleans. It can be anywhere. It's about the critters. It's not about the location.
No, I don't. I disagree with that. Traveling further into the land, you'll come across Louie's Critter Club, currently the left-hand side of Pooh Corner. This is
See, Pooh's still there.
Yeah, but sort of, only slightly.
The candy part.
Oh, bother. I have to make room for more critters. Where friends of Tiana's Bayou Adventure call this local hotspot their home away from home. Home away from home. Sorry, the spot on my monitor made it look like there was a period. Louie's Critter Club is a place to go for apparel, accessories, home decor, and more, featuring some of your favorite critters and Princess Tiana. The treats side of Pooh Corner will remain as a designation for must-have merchandise from 100 Acre Wood, including beloved sweet treats like Tigger Tail.
Oh, Tigger Tail.
So Critter Country is going to be temporarily closed May 1st, and I don't know when it's going to reopen. Later this year, apparently. Let's look at the comments. It's my favorite. Excited.
Well, you know that they delete the bad ones, so.
Sometimes they don't catch it.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Bihala, excited, interested. Pooh Corner is perfect. Please don't erase it. It's a favorite among guests. ...
Guest. That is actually very funny.
It's Jason.
Yeah. I had a feeling that it would be a matter of time before the briar patch bit the dust. Nice knowing yo, BP. That was from John. Very succinct, John. Very cool. And it's great that the treats side of Pooh Corner will remain. That's from Fred. Good job, Fred. Question from Lindsay that was never answered. Any news on when the Critter Country, specifically the Winnie the Pooh attraction, will reopen? No. If you read the story, they say later this year. Elaine with a very passionate response. Please do not take away space from Pooh Corner. The Pooh merchandise is very popular and well loved by children and adults, especially since it is right next to Pooh and Friends meet and greet spot as well as the Pooh ride. That area is specific to Winnie the Pooh, a staple Disney character for over 100 years.
She's not wrong.
Yeah, but also they know this.
Except for the 100 years part. Because...
well, yeah, I mean, yeah. I just like when you're telling Disney their demographic. Jenica. No. Don't change Pooh. Okay. And there you go. That's it. There you go. Okay, a very powerful question on Reddit popped up.
Oh.
And this is in response to this article first. I found about it on Reddit. Marvel ride overlay coming to It's a Small World in Tokyo Disneyland. And I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. I want to know everybody's thoughts. They are, I mean, I guess I can read a little bit of the article, but Disney has announced that It's a Small World with Groot will debut in winter 2025 at Tokyo Disneyland as the world's first version of the iconic boat ride with characters from across the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So already, to me, that means it's going to happen in other parks, but they're doing Tokyo Disney first.
They're testing it out.
Yeah.
My initial thought is, how dare you?
Yeah, let me finish it. Let me finish the article first, and then No. According to the press release from Tokyo Disney Resort, the attraction overlay will feature MCU characters designed in the endearing style of the Tokyo Disneyland attraction. It's a small world. In the attraction guest board, we know what the attraction is. It's a small world with Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy film trilogy and his friends from Marvel Studios film are visiting Earth for vacation. Groot encounters his friends in various locations on Earth and experiences their regional cultures and music with them as well as with children from all over the world. Enjoy all the fun moments Groot has spending his vacation with his friends. Guests will continue to see their favorite characters from Disney animation films throughout the world. Don't miss It's a Small World with Groot, where for the first time, characters from Marvel Studios will penetrate your brain they can never leave. First of all, this article is bad because it just keeps repeating itself every paragraph. It's just a slight version. So here's a concept art.
They're so cute.
That's cute.
It looks cute. It's very Mary Blair style or whatever. But I don't know. Anyway, so I found this post on Reddit, which I'll put up here on the Disneyland sub. And this poor person here's the thing. It was 2 days ago. Would you like them first of all, would you like them to add Marvel characters to It's a Small World like they just announced they're doing at Tokyo? And he posted the the concept art. 0 upvotes.
Oh, rude.
Yeah, 0. The first comment, this feels like an April Fool's joke come early. I know it's a real thing in Tokyo. It just feels like something someone would run with for April Fools. People don't like it overwhelmingly in the sub, and it's only 35 comments in it, but it's like it doesn't fit the vibe. Someone just literally says no. The characters within the Disneyland Small World are a nice addition, and I'm glad they're only here and not at Walt Disney World. But that what's there currently is enough. So I guess they're talking about like Lilo and Stitch and whatever.
Ugh.
In our thing. Yeah, I don't even think you need to add extra IP, but whatever. And someone goes, no, what? Blah, blah, blah. Seriously, enough with this shoehorning of IP into existing and beloved attractions. Totally lame. Anyway, people don't want it. Nobody wants it.
I want it.
No, you don't.
I actually do.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I didn't, but listening to the backstory of it and knowing it's just an overlay, it's not like, Jingle Cruise was an awesome overlay. You don't want it every time you go on the Jungle Cruise, but it's cool to see once in a while. I have no problem. Also, those character drawings were so adorable. 100%. I'm on board with this. I'm okay with it. It would make me go on Small World when maybe I wouldn't have before. And so, hey.
What do you think, Nicole?
I don't know, because I just went on Small World and it was different than I expected. And I don't know how I feel about it. It was too new. I was expecting the same thing like Pirates. Right?
Do you, are you a big MCU fan?
Nope.
Do you dislike it or are you just not a fan?
Just don't watch it.
Okay. So you don't care either way. You don't.
I'd go and be like, oh, cool. That's a character from something I've seen.
Okay. And you're like, it's more like, the design is cool and it's not intrusive into the ride. And so like, who cares?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a very Nicole answer too. Yeah. So, okay, there's that. You were of no help. Thank you very much. Eric, what do you think?
I'm frantically trying to access the Tokyo press site because I want to confirm that this thing is real. I think it's cool. I mean, if it's an overlay, why not? It's a different country. Things work out differently there. The Tiki Room has Stitch in it, and apparently everybody loves it. They're still doing Country Bears there, but mostly the Vacation Hoedown.
Which I don't know what that is, but that sounds amazing.
It's a different group of people, a different group of fans, and they don't hold things as beloved as we do here, from what I understand about the culture. So why not try out something and see if it looks interesting? I don't think that they would. I don't know that they're just because they're doing it in Tokyo means that they're going to do it here, because we still don't have Stitch in either Tiki Room here, because they tried. Oh, Lord, they tried to mess with Tiki Room under new management at Walt Disney World. Someday we'll do a show about it on the Supreme Resort. I keep begging to do it. They keep telling me no. And
do it as a segment on our show, dude. Come on. It's not like you don't have 4 shows.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, man.
Do it here. We're doing it live.
All right, we're doing it now.
Yeah, this now is
off the dome.
Yeah, when will now be now? At first, I was like, you know what? I don't care. No, actually, that's not true. At first, I was like, this is stupid. But you know what? The more I think about it, I think Taryn might be right. I think maybe I don't truly care. Like, yeah, why not? I'll see something new, because it's not like Small World is great. Anyway, it's like, it's cool. It's very...
It's nostalgic.
I don't know how to describe it. It's not even that. It's very... the imagery is great. The colors are awesome. The artwork is great. And if it blends in with that, I think it's fine. I guess my problem is the whole Groot thing, and especially Guardians of the Galaxy and just Marvel in general, I guess is so overdone. It's like, oh my God, dude. It's like putting a Captain Marvel. I don't know. I feel like of all the things, why the Groot thing? It's like Baby Yoda. It's like, it's done to death. It's done too much. And so that's my thing. It's like, I think that's where I'm hitting on it, where it's like, it's too, obvious, I suppose.
Yeah.
But what are they going to do? Put Steamboat Willie driving down the friggin', Minneapolis River or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Mississippi?
LGH brought up a good point that she doesn't necessarily like it because none of those creatures are earthly characters, which is a good point since it's a small
Star-Lord
world is all about.
That's not true. Star-Lord was
He's
born
only
on Earth.
half. Well,
Star-Lord was born in Epcot.
Well, there you go.
but it would almost be cuter if it was like they got their own little section. That'd be cute.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
But
Maybe
they're on vacation. I don't know. This storyline, it I don't know. It kind of spoke to me. I think I'm on board.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, there you go. That's all the news I really had to cover. It was a lot of. Actually, that's not true. I have one more news story, and then we're getting out of here. And this one's the most important news story of them all.
Oh boy.
Former Disney CEO Bob Chapek breaks his silence, says there's no strategic need for ESPN partners. So I love that Bob Chapek is still commenting on
He can't
on
let
business.
it go.
No, he can't.
Like
He shouldn't.
somebody else I know.
Yeah, who's that? Nicole? She's sitting right there. That's not very nice of you to say. In his first public comments since Disney fired him as CEO in November 2022, Bob Chapek told CNBC he sees no reason for Disney-owned ESPN to add minority partners. First of all, I don't know if you can say that these days. Quote, strategically, I don't really see a benefit in bringing on yet another minority partner into ESPN. CEO Bob Iger told CNBC's David Faber in July that he'd consider selling a minority stake in ESPN to strengthen the sports network's content or technology. Either one. Either the content or the technology. I don't really know. I have no plan. My brain is soaked in rum. I have no idea what's going on. He plans ESPN to offer a direct-to-consumer thing, which he said would launch by fall of 2025. What is direct-to-consumer? I'm so confused. I guess I should read the article. The company hasn't yet announced the deal to sell a stake in ESPN, but they're talking to like major American professional sports leagues and whatever about investing in. Disney owns 80% of ESPN. Hearst Publishing owns 20%. By searching for a partner, Disney wants to enhance the content distribution and marketing of the direct-to-consumer ESPN, which has not yet been priced. So Chapek says that's stupid, basically. While Chapek said he didn't agree with the need to bring on a partner for strategic reasons, he did acknowledge Disney might do it to bring in cash to pay for Comcast's 1/3 stake in Hulu. There's already one minority strategic partner in Hearst, so this would be bringing on a second minority strategic partner, Chapek said. Obviously, the benefit of doing that is what you make available some cash. And given some of the conversation that's been happening between Comcast and Disney in terms of needing to buy the final share of Hulu, it's possible that maybe cash itself is what they're after. He says, if I'm on Apple TV and I want to watch a movie, I have no idea whether if it's on Prime or Netflix or Disney Plus or Hulu or wherever it's at. The way I find out is I go to Apple TV, I plug in the movie that I'm looking to watch, and they direct me exactly to where that movie is. And then they connect me seamlessly without me then having to exit and go to another app to go find the show on that app. I think ESPN should be that source for a central clearinghouse.
Apple TV does that?
Yeah, I didn't even know it did that. That sounds kind of like
Yeah,
magical.
That's super useful.
You know who else does that is Plex.
Yeah.
And it's free.
Never heard of Plex.
Oh, it's like a personal media server, but you don't have to have any media. You can download it and you can like share libraries of stuff with other people, but they also have like live TV and it's free. And you can do that too. You can plug in whatever and it'll say like, this is where it's available. And it'll just, you can add your like Netflix account and whatever, and it'll just bring it right in. It's pretty great. Closing, Chapek says, how do you make yourself indispensable to the sports viewer so that they stay on with you as you evolve over to a streaming world? I think solving that problem would be one big way to do it. First of all, evolve into a streaming world. Dog, where have you been?
We're there.
Yeah, we're living in it.
We're in the streaming world.
Yeah. So there you go, Chapek.
Well,
Taking shots,
your boy
baby.
was talking
Yeah, he's saying some
about
things,
his
man.
little baby.
Yeah.
His former baby that was stolen from him.
Whatever. All right, we are leaving. Nicole, I want to thank you very much for being on the show. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed your time visiting here.
I did. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome. And we're going to go try some rum, I guess. I don't know what we're going to do. Who knows?
Woo.
And watch Botched. Eric, we need to plan for. Hey, hang on a second. We need to plan for a secret show recording.
Yes, we do.
Maybe tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever.
Also,
what else
I don't drink again, but
Oh, you're on that train again.
back on that wagon.
You're back. You're not drinking anymore. What's going on? Are you all right? You want to talk about it now or no?
It's just a liver thing.
Oh, okay.
It was like last time. We're giving it a little more time this time.
Nice.
Okay.
Well then, got to figure out how to drink.
You know what,
Yeah,
Thomas?
make up whatever you want. I'll substitute in something interesting.
Well, and Thomas has always wanted the virgin cocktails, so
True.
I would say, you could bring that recipe to the team.
Yeah, there you go. Figure something out, Eric.
And if all else fails, I'll grab another athletic.
There you go. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. Thank you to. Oh God, I forgot.
Me?
No, yeah. Thank you to you. Thank you to everybody.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. And by the way, if you are looking to go to the parks and see any of the cool stuff we talked about, your best bet is to go with Concierge. You go to concierge.com, plan your Disney vacation, plan your vacation to wherever you want to go. You want to go to Legoland, you could do it. Concierge can help you, but they are Disney planning experts. So go there. They will hook you up. They will make reservations for you. They will do everything for you, and they will charge you nothing more than what the parks charge you for tickets. That is it. They're a full-service outlet. They're great people. They support the show, and they support you making memories and magic and whimsical, magical, wonderful times. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot, and until next time, we'll see you.